Hey guys, in this video, I'm sharing with you really the most effective way that I have found to deal with impossible carpeting over 13 years of detailing interiors. What's going on guys? Luke here, owner and operator of Wilson Auto Detailing, a detailing business in Nashville, Tennessee, as well as an online training business for detailers learning to grow or start their businesses. So the way I fix the impossible carpeting is number one, my favorite and most effective way to do it. And I wanna show you guys and make sure you take note of the after result of the impossible carpeting because it still didn't look perfect. So if you struggle with impossible carpeting, make sure to take note of this video. Enjoy. So some of you guys are already well acquainted with the type of carpeting I'm talking about, but I just want to zoom in and show you just to define it. This is the type of carpeting that's really cheap that entry-level car manufacturers place in the vehicles because it's less expensive. When you get normal grass, nasty dirt, kids getting in and out of the car, this particular maintenance client has babies, and you get it stained or you get these little leaf and grass pieces in it, it's basically impossible to get out. That's why we call it the impossible carpeting. You can see even as I rub my finger just like this, basically as hard as I can, it's still not coming out from underneath the fibers because it's a rat's nest of fibers underneath here that are not sticking up like this traditionally. They're sticking out like this, going in every which way. So I want to show you guys what it looks like real quick. Lots of stuff. How do I fix this really quickly? The very first thing I'm going to do is simply vacuum up all the stuff that will come up when I do vacuum. So I'm not going to waste your time. Let me vacuum up this side of the carpet so we can compare the before and after here after we get finished. Now I want to show you guys what we're left with here after vacuum number one. Once again, there's tons of not just staining, but in particular stuff, right? Grass, little leaves, dirt from maybe crumbs of food, all in these creases. And of course, if I go under here, hopefully you guys can see a bunch of those crumbs underneath there. It looks more dramatic in person. It doesn't pick up on it totally in the camera. So let's look at the next door. This is what it looked like before. So we got a good before and then after vacuum number one. What is the next step here? The next step here is relatively straightforward. I'm taking my steamer and I'm gonna blast all of these areas. I know I just vacuumed, and the biggest issue guys have is after they vacuum, they wanna be careful because I'm gonna be blasting crumbs and dirt all over that I just vacuumed up. That's actually the point. I am not going to scrub anything. I might take a toothbrush to agitate one or two areas of the carpet, but I'm not doing stain removal. I'm not shampooing. I'm just taking my hot steam and the pressure, and I'm blasting the creases here where there's all this dirt that's still there that will not come up without some sort of liquid. I just wanna blast all around here. All right, I want to show you guys what we're looking at now. You can see in all of those little creases right there that used to be all that staining and all those little crumbs, pieces of dirt. It's a little bit more prominent here because it's a little stickier. So what I'm going to do when I come to carpet shampoo is just address this area a little bit more. But you can see all of that's gone. And now the main area that we vacuumed has a bunch of crumbs and loose pieces of dirt on it. Perfect, because when we come in for vacuum number two, all of that is going to come up in literally like 30 seconds. Now at this point, I've got some loose dirt. I'm not going to go in for vacuum number two yet. This is what a lot of guys get wrong. They're trying to make the carpet totally free of any loose dirt before they actually spray some liquid. I'm not going to hurt anything by spraying this liquid. I'm going to be using the enzyme cleaner from P&S and the carpet bomber from P&S. The reason why I'm using the first two parts of their three-tiered carpet cleaning system is because I believe that this area that was stained was actually something like milk or sweet tea. So I'm going to now use my dedicated carpet cleaner. This is again an enzyme cleaner because it's organic material. I'm going to start with the area that was heavily stained. I'm going to let it sit as I do that, and then I'm going to spray the carpet bomber on top of that. And I'm not going to oversaturate it, and then I'm not going to deal with any other area of the carpet. Why? Because the other area of this carpet is not like traditional carpeting. So while this is sitting there breaking down that primarily stained piece, I'm going to clean the rest of the carpet really easily by spraying my microfiber towel and lightly wiping it up because this area isn't dirty. It's got a floorboard on top of it. The floor mat is what really needs to be cleaned. This really doesn't. It's the edges. So as I let that sit, I'm going to start taking my little tiny toothbrush and my microfiber towel, scrubbing very, very lightly, making quick work of these edges. Okay, now that I've cleaned the edges and they're not dry yet, no problem. I'm gonna take my carpet bomber. I'm gonna spray the general area, just getting a light mist. I'm gonna take my microfiber towel, flip it to a clean side, lightly rub, done. Now I want you guys to see what this looks like at this point. You can see the staining is gone from the edges. There is a little bit of a lighter appearance. It's because those areas are not covered with the floor mat, so they do get kind of bleached by the sun over time, but the staining is gone. Almost all of the loose pieces of dirt are up. I'm about to do one last steaming around here, a quick vacuum, and we'll look at the after result. All right, let's look at the finished result here. I'm just gonna pan around in a few different ways here so you guys can see. Again, there's the after and here's the before. All right, very, very, very effective way to deal with the impossible carpeting. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button if this improved or maybe will change the way you approach impossible carpeting so that I know. And as always, any of the tools or the products that I used in the video can be found in the YouTube description box below this video so you guys can conveniently grab them. As always, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, thanks for being involved. And remember, a great detailer is always learning. And I'll see you guys in the next video.